Kicking things off with a devastating chain in My Hero Ultra Impact, which is now out on iPhone, iPad, Android. It came out literally about 16 hours ago, and it's based on the My Hero Academia franchise, which I know very, very little about, so don't expect good lore from me here. I'm just playing it as a person coming to the game. Handily, they do give you up front, let me get the guest attack in here, turn start, a kind of explainer where they rush through basically the history of the manga and tell you all about, you know, just like quirks and that. It's sort of, from what I can gather, it's X-Men, as in people have heroic powers called quirks. Your main character doesn't have a quirk and so feels left out, wants to be a hero, then winds up going to school and gets taught, inherits a quirk from somebody else who's the big hero guy, and now fights happen. That's the potted history, which I'm probably getting quite wrong. But the game itself, 3v3 hero battler, you got three main characters, it's turn-based, you go back and forth, auto attacks don't really happen here, it's not just something where you leave it running and people just keep attacking and you have to update things in real time, you actually have to start the turn like an old-fashioned JRPG. But what you do on that turn is up to you. You've got the quirks that power up, which you can use individually, or you can combo them with other people's perks, so wait for everyone's quirk to charge up at the same time, which is what I did at the very beginning, and then you get like a combo quirk thing unlocked. You've also got guests you can bring in, so you take someone else with you on your attack. So this is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go into battle, choose a person from this list, and it's, you know, it's an NPC from someone else's game. I've befriended this Hanya dude, so we're going to get stuck in. It gives you a little warning if you maybe aren't powerful enough to do it, but I've just leveled up my characters a bunch. The leveling system is quite complicated, so you can pour power into leveling up your characters, you can level up your skills, your quirks, and you can go on specific levels that give you leveling up stuff you need, which is basically like these little power bar things that'll let you unlock the later levels for your characters in the game. It's all a bit, there's a lot going on with different currencies, and I'm not that into it. I'm going to say that right now, mainly because it's given me very, very, very little variety in the fight. It's given me a lot of information up front. Oh, I actually use my Plus Ultra here. I'll use that instead. It top loads a ton of stuff, which you need to remember in terms of how leveling works and the characters and the way the fights play out and yada, yada, yada. And it gives you a bunch of characters at the beginning. It gives you like 10 characters, and then you can unlock more and everything. And it starts dumping all this info about the ability skill trees and all that business, which is all fine. We've got to learn. The problem is, the fights themselves, on the main story quest, I'm up to level like 13 now, and apart from the occasional boss, I'm endlessly fighting these 2 or 3 green robot things in this empty grey corridor. And that's it. That's all I've been doing. Occasionally a human pops up and I fight them, still in this grey corridor. And if these are all supposed to be the training levels or something, then fine. But even then, you'd think they'd have a little variety thrown in. I'm going to use my next power here, but we'll have to use it by itself. I think maybe I need to wait for the others to charge up or something. However, when you use those combo powers, so for example here I'll use this one and this one, because those are available right now, and create a chain. You have to tap on the screen in a kind of like rhythm action style. So you will see now. And again, for the next one. Oh no, he's dead, so job done. But yeah, giving me all the information and top loading all of this stuff is a bit of a chore, and so the reward needs to be, well, I'll learn all this stuff because when you get into the game it's fun and it's interesting and it's different. And instead, it's this static grey corridor where you're fighting the same dull enemies over and over. And I was like, oh, I'm up to level 12 now, I'm 13 now in this campaign, and apart from fighting, like this boss quest, just the same people over and over. Now, there are other quests to deal with, so let's go home and see what we're working with on this one, because I understand the fan base for this series is quite big, so people might be interested. So let's look at the characters, for example. Here's the team that I've got set up. So you've got the 3 main recruits, and if one of them falls out, you can sub in one of these 2. But obviously I can train more people up, and I have more characters than that as standard. If I look at all my characters, these are the folks I have currently available to me. All of whom can be leveled up and tweaked, but not just leveled up. So I hit leveled up, character level up, character ability board, and memory level up. So these are all different things, and I've still got 3 left to unlock. So the ability board is, I'll go into my main character's chain here. So these are chains I've gradually unlocked. I still need, oh no, I've got them, fantastic. let's unlock a new skill. You saw that my middle character when we were fighting last time had 2 skills for that chain attack instead of 1 to choose from. Now, this character has it as well. Likewise, if I go in here, this person needs to be boosted. Maybe I have enough? No, I don't. You see, I need one of them gold things. So it's all leveling up by acquiring gear and bits and bobs through, playing. Then you've got the character level up options. So if I go in here, I've got to level characters, and you do that using these snack bar things. And you can play specific quests, which I'll show you in a second, which are designed to give you these snack bars. So if I just start pouring a couple of snack bars in here, the medium ones, and then bang, I'm up to level 11. This increases your BP, I think it is. And then the level selection screen kind of counts all of your BP and tells you whether you have enough to take on the next level. But if I go to not the campaign quests, let's go home, and I will show you you got awakening missions, which you send people out on. Let's have a look here. Which I've already sent a bunch of folks, and they kind of go out, I think automatically, they're just off recruiting things. So there you go, time is passing and that's happening, great. But the other quests you've got to deal with are level up quests, which is the campaign we're now on. So I can do character levels, memory levels, coin quests. So let's just go character level up, just to show you some variety. I did the first one, and I was on an empty playing field, and I was like, nice, a different place. I go to do the second one, and immediately it shouts at me like, you are nowhere near powerful enough to do this. Check it out. I've got 3,600. I need 50,000. 36,000, not 3,600. So let's just do it, just so I can show you a different background to this game. Look, it's an empty nothing. It's an empty nothing with a building behind it. Hey, it's variety. And guess what we're fighting? You guessed it. It's a bunch of green drones. Like, maybe there's a good plot reason why this is the only thing we're facing off against. And again, if I'd watched all the anime or read all the manga, then, whatever. But it's a bit dull. It's a bit dry, folks. All of this drama over what are very repetitive battles with the same characters over and over. Same enemies over and over, I should say. Everything else is done okay. Like, the animations are fairly nice. They lean into the big dramatic anime style kind of attacks, which is no surprise to anyone, I'm sure. And yep, that's all fine. It's not that anyone's done a bad job there, but the rest of it just feels a little bit shoddy, and I'm not getting the rewards I need. Despite all the flash and the text flying across the screen and everything else, I am not getting the big rewards from coming back to a new level, going just like, oh, I wonder how many of these green robots I'll be fighting. Will it be 2 or will it be 3? And it's like, once you've been playing the game for half an hour, then an hour, and that's all you're getting. It's like, I personally, I'm not invested enough in seeing these characters on screen to make me particularly care about this. Here's a big animation, let's check it out. You can skip past these like, summons in Final Fantasy, but we're going to let it play out. Oh, this is fine. This is done. It's nice. I don't know how anime accurate it is, but they've done a good job. But, that victory, I'm not really fussed by it. However, it is currently out and available. Here comes the second wave of yet more green robots. Brilliant. Of My Hero Ultra Impact. So it's probably quite a big release for the week, even if I'm not that fussed by it. Maybe you'll like it a bit more. Out right now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.